Hello. I'm just going to give a few thoughts on a matter. It's very well. It's very early. It's actually 4:30 in the morning, so I'm wrecked and I'm going to bed at any moment. Now, my last video it was to do with the fact that we appear to be being steered by the media, all right, into thinking that the discovery of extraterrestrials or the visitation of extraterrestrials or both is imminent. It's just around the corner. Alright? Now that's it in a nutshell. Okay? Um, you can interpret it any way you want, but it appears that with all the media bombardment, okay, from the scientific community, from government spokespeople, okay, um, we there's just so much. There's so much. Okay, so much hinting. Right? Not outright all of it. It's just hinting towards the fact that we're not alone. Alright, now this never was the case, ever. If anything, anyone who thought that there was a possibility of little green men and that they might come and visit us, it was laughable, okay? This is a recent thing of late, and we are just getting bombarded most, not most of the time, but oftentimes if you open a newspaper or you check out an internet site with some reliable news on it, you know, or you turn on the news channel on the TV, there's usually something about Earth-like planets being discovered, or some renowned spokesperson in the scientific community, probably Michio Kaku, or you know, someone in government, hinting towards these things. Okay? Now I'm not going to go on very much about that. Just check it out because there's loads of it. Alright, absolutely loads of it. Now, what I want to talk about before I get off the bed here is what is the meaning of all this. Now, my last video that I did a couple of nights ago was on this subject, okay, but since then I've watched a couple of interesting videos, and this video that I'm doing now is like a video response to those videos. Now they're in the link, they're in the description box below, but they are excellent, excellent. A real summary, a real. It's really condensing everything that has like been on the TV, uh, you know, and in even we're even being like psy-opped, if you like, through the TV commercials. Okay. Um, anyway, check those videos out. This is a response to them, because what I have to say on the matter is this, right? There's actually been so much that I'm starting to wonder, okay? I'm becoming suspicious. What am I suspicious about? Okay. Now don't get me wrong, I do believe in extraterrestrials, alright? I do believe in them, and I believe it's extremely feasible that we'll have contact with them. Well, we probably do already, alright, but I'm talking about, when I say we, I'm talking about the mass public, okay? Okay, so I believe that. However, what I'm suspicious about is the fact that all of a sudden we are being prepared psychologically, mentally, alright? We're being steered, okay, into accepting these things. It's almost as if these things are just around the corner and that we're being spoon-fed, alright, and not even on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, when a event takes place, we're going to be kind of preconditioned to, you know, not be all that surprised, okay? And also kind of brainwashed into thinking that we're reacting to the situation in the way that we would personally react. But when we react to an event, we're probably reacting in a way that we've been subliminally brainwashed to react. It sounds a bit strange, but I know what I'm on about, and a lot of people will agree with me on that. Okay? Because it seems to me, from all the bombardment that we're getting, that they want us to think that if an event takes place in the future, that it probably won't be good, and that extraterrestrials could be hostile. Okay? Hmm. Now, why do I think that all this is happening? Well, it's just some thoughts. I don't profess to know, right? Because I know on my last video I got some unkind comments, um, which were unfounded really, because I don't profess to know anything on the subject. Alright? If anyone knew anything for sure, then there'd be a lot more clarity on the subject, wouldn't there? I'm just merely giving my thoughts, which I'm entitled to do, and which I like to do. Okay, now, it seems to me that it's a bit of a fear-mongering, psy-ops type thing going on here, right? And the reason being is because with the implementation of the New World Order, okay, we're talking about some big change, right? So that life, as we know it today, is not going to be, we're talking about some big changes, for the New World Order to come into effect the way they want it to come into effect, in the time scale that they want it to come into effect. Something's got to happen in order for people to move with it and not rebel against it. And now the best way to manage people and manipulate people and get people to comply, right, with the powers to be, is fear, really. It's a fear campaign. If you're in fear, you're going to be more likely to comply and go along, right? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So is there an event around the corner that we're being prepared for? I would say that's probably more likely the case. So if there is an extraterrestrial visitation en masse, for every eye to see, and it's not just an ordinary, like, oh, there's a couple hundred witnesses and it's in the middle of the newspaper, but I'm talking about a big deal, right? If there's a big deal, right, around the corner, then I think that it, it will create such a shift emotionally, mentally, you know, and I'm talking about on a international level, collectively, among humanity, that people, it can be a tool. It can be a tool of the New World Order to to bring things about, to introduce changes. Alright? So, Project Bluebeam is an interesting subject. I never believed that Project Bluebeam could be pulled off. I don't. I think it's too big a con, and I don't think that people would buy it. I mean, we're not that stupid. If there was like a staged alien invasion, there was holograms. Um, Obviously, we're going to be suspicious when debris isn't falling from the sky, and I just can't see it being used as an effective thing. I think it would backfire on the Illuminati or whatever label you want to put. So I don't know, but I don't completely trust all this propaganda regarding aliens. I don't know if it's going to be a genuine event. I think there's definitely going to be an event because I'm not stupid, alright? And I think, yeah, you know, things are, all this talk is for a reason, okay? I just don't know what. Um, so yeah, I think that there's going to be, they're even training the fire brigade, I think, in America. Training the fire brigade. Chapter 13 of their manual is all about dealing with UFO crashes and extraterrestrials. No, it's mad. The world's gone mad. The world has gone mad. There's, there's just so much. Oh, and by the way, I did watch Battle of LA last night for the first time. Fabulous movie, very entertaining. Highly recommend it. Brilliant movie. Very well done. So, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts on the subject? And do watch those videos in the description below. They're mind blowing. Very, very good. Very well put together. Okay. Good night.